Hey guys, before we get into the fees, I just want to say two quick things. The first thing and most important thing is Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed the festive period. Hope you got everything you asked for Christmas, etc., etc., and adjusting back to reality as easy as possible. The second thing is I've been saying this for a while now, and you're probably getting sick of me saying it, but I'm approaching 100 subs. I'm almost there. This is mainly for the new subs who have appeared after I've said previously said it, but yeah, I'm approaching the 100 subs, and for the 100 sub special, it's going to be a Q&A. So I need questions now. The suggestion eye is going to probably be in one corner, and the annotation is going to be in the other corner. But regardless of which one you click, it's going to open in a new link. I would really like it if you left some questions, so click on that now, so just in case you forget by the end of the video, click on that now, and there'll be a video with the rules on the questions. They're not too strict, but I would really like that all the questions be on that page, so it's just easier for me to find later. And yeah, I've got about 10 questions now, and got about 10 questions now, but I would really like some more questions so that the videos can be as good as possible. But again, I'd like to say there's no obligation to participate. I just personally really wish that you would, just to make it as good as possible, really. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna shut up now. Let's get into the reviews. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. here today to bring the review for Fairy Tail Manga chapter 468. So, as we know from the previous chapter, Aquarius is back, and I have no problem with that. You need to remember that this is a series about wizards and witches, so you've got to expect characters to die and magically just reappear. That's something you should expect. You'd be dumb not to think that. My problem is the way that Aquarius has come back and why it wasn't highlighted in the previous arc. So in this chapter, we find out that after, I think it's a year, if a key breaks, a new key is reformed, and then they're able to come back. And within this chapter, we find out that how the Celestial King opened up the gate so Aquarius can come back on this one occasion. But that's not what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the fact that how after a certain amount of time, if a key is broken, a new key is reformed. I feel that because it has been hundreds and hundreds of years have passed since celestial mages have been about, someone prior to this event should have known about it. The celestial spirits themselves should know about this. I'm sure this is not the first time a key is broken, so because of this, I think to myself, why couldn't Aquarius in the last arc be like, don't worry Lucy, I'll be back in a year? And it's because of this reason I think that this is something that Hero has just added in at the last minute, just so he can bring Aquarius back and, you know, just continue the story the way he wants it. That's my take on that. So the rest of the chapter, we found out what really happened between Lucy's mum and Brandish's mum, and what happened was, so we find out that Anna is related to Lucy, and as we know already, she opened the gate on the other side, and we had to wait all those hundreds of years, 400 years, for Lucy's mum to open it on our side in present time. And in order to do that, you need all the 12 keys, but at the time she didn't have Aquarius's key, so she sacrificed her life in order to open the gate without Aquarius's key. It was after this when Brandish's mum found out the news, and we get the whole scene between Brandish's mum and Layla's mum, and when we find out that even though they was master and servant, they were still very best friends, and they wanted the same for their children. You know, we just had a nice heart-filled moment there, and with Brandish finding out the truth and her being in tears, and etc, etc. So after that day when Brandish's mom comes to visit Layla, as she's leaving, we find out that it was one of Layla's other servants that killed Brandish's mom. And I was like, yo, that's deep. She's like, proper stabbed in the back, literally and figuratively speaking. And she's like, it's your fault that Layla's gonna die. Whatever else she said. And then Brandish's mum's like, yeah, it's true. And she just died because of that. And then, you know, we see at the end of the chapter with Lucy and Brandish, they're hugging out and said, maybe we can still be best friends. So I'm guessing Brandish has turned good now, like she's no longer a threat. So another one of the 12 spragging down, unfortunately. What was funny about this chapter was the whole bit before we go back into flashback and find out what happened when we see Aquarius is like, yo, is that you, Brandish? I used to be your master, like, yo, I used to have you on serious lock. Do you remember them times where we used to play, when I used to make you pretend to be a dog? And you know what, on the fools right now, let's just try to bark for me, bark. And she was also close, was like, do you know what, because Lucy's my master and I'm your master, that means Lucy's your master too. It was funny to see like the lock, like the lock and key, the ball chain, and just the complete obedience that Aquarius had Brandish on. And it's funny because, you know, we know Brandish to be like, you know, 12 Spragger and the strong mage, and then just to be crumbled. It was quite funny to see. At the very end of the chapter, Happy hops in with Natsu on the conscious, and Happy's crying, and he's like, yo, I need help. Natsu's unconscious. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I do have a theory for that. Well, not a theory. What I think happened was that how Zarif is somewhere and he just got pissed off, so he just whipped out the Book of End and he's just taking shots at it. And because we saw that how damage done to the Book of End affects Natsu, and so yeah, maybe Zarif just took shots at the Book of End and that made Natsu collapse, and that's why he's like that now. But yeah, that's everything I gotta say about this chapter. 3-star rating and quarter review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.